Good morning and welcome. I gotta talk about this show for a while now. It's this anime show came out in 2008, a show that generates the landscape of harem animes galore. In the spring of 2008, we had some great shows in 2008. The two most common shows out there was Code Geass's second season and the iconic Soul Leader. Those were the two most popular shows in the spring of 2008. But there was one show in 2008 that in the spring of 2008 that kind of was a slow start to its process. A harem anime show no less. Show about people like Soul Leader and Code Geass, the two most shows. One that was hitting under the rock was a show that had 8 years of it, from 2008 to 2016. And it was generally one of the greatest harems of all time. A show, and this harem anime is on the founding fathers of harem anime, mixed with High School DxD, mixed with Shimamano Testament. But we wouldn't have those shows if it wasn't for this one show. Well, one show that made harem anime so popular that it is right now. I'm talking about To Love Ru. Yes, the anime that made it the founding fathers of harem ecchi animes, sci-fi, action, all in one package. To Love Ru. Now, To Love Ru had its romance moments. To Love Ru defines the laws of physics. To Love Ru does everything to make us say, you know what, that's best girl. And in this review of To Love Ru, I like to say this. To Love Ru has its changes. So let's begin. To Love Ru is just your romance anime about Rito, a guy, the classic harem boy, who loves this girl so much named Syringy. Syringy's a hot girl. I like Haruna. Oh, Syringy, but I go by Haruna sometimes. But anyway, he has a crush on this girl, and he tries so many ways to get in touch with her. Like I know they're friends, but he tried to I love you. Still trying to say he still had that lack of confidence, and that's how some harem boy does it. The confidence to go out with the main girl, like they scared to do it. Now this is where things get crazy. In a distant space, this girl escapes, runs away, and then falls immediately in the tub, butt naked and everything, in the tub, and she's an alien princess. She runs away from her father or whatnot, and this is where the life changes. This is where it changes. Now that Lala's living with Rito and his sister, Mikan, she has to do this whole marriage proposal thing to get away from her father. And this is where the love triangle gets in play right now. At first it started with Momo, Haruna, and Rito. Not only that, Lala, everybody likes Lala, this devil alien girl now. Everybody likes Lala now, and then now it's just like, okay, let's start this romantic harem ecchi comedy going into place. And every episode we see gadgets of Lala, and she's a good mechanic. She's a good inventor. Every device that Lala makes, it just goes into the etchiness to the core. Especially I remember one with the dog, like a mechanical dog, and it started licking the girls. I remember one of the scenes where she had a vacuum and stuck up all the clothes. There were some moments, and everything with tentacles. I understand it's aliens. Aliens with tentacles, I get that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. For every episode of To Love Ru, there's always a new girl involving Rito. Every new girl involves, it's like this. If you do the math here, Rito plus Lala plus her inventions, plus inventions, plus new girl equals the harem. So we see a lot of characters in the harem route because of Lala's inventions and her childhood friends, and everything else goes away. Everything goes berserk with, in a way. Like the student council president. You got Run, Lala's childhood friend, the one who always sneezes and transforms to a guy and transforms to a girl, that kind of thing. You have Darkness, an assassin no less, trying to hunt down Rito, but then, later on, change of heart. But As To Love Ru series goes to an effect of the harem route, it goes even deeper. Instead of Lala living with him, Momo and Nana, they live with her. So now you're thinking about, okay, now he's living the harem dream. Think about it. Him, I'm not going to count his sister because that's just weird, but he living with 3 alien sisters. That's the dream. That is everybody's dream. Come on, think about it. If you was Rito, would you live the dream to have 3 alien girls on the side of the bed with you? Lala, Momo, Nana, come on. That is the dream. Now, To Love Ru continues, it changes the storyline piece by piece. Like, you have from this romance to, like, we get more of a darkness backstory about who she really is. And then we get more into depth with this another threat out there like Nemesis and and Darkness sister Mia. That's the thing. It changes this landscape of like humanity, destruction of Earth, but it still goes in that linger of harem etchy animes. Now here's the thing about this show. Remember, To Love Ru came out in 2008. We had an OVA in 2019, and then we have Motto To Love Ru in 2010, and then we had To Love Ru Darkness in 2012, followed the OVA, and then in 2015 we had the second season of To Love Ru Darkness, which is about her mother as well. And I gotta say, how lucky we got a sexy nurse and Darkness's mom, and we show Lala's mom in the process. Yeah, and then we had the special To Love Ru Darkness in 2016 and the OVA. So if you think about it, 2008 and 2016 was To Love Ru. Like the 2008 2016 was the To Love Ru era. That like it. I think to me, I think that To Love Ru has the most harem animes of all time up there on the list. I'm not sure. I'm just saying like that. But back to what I was saying. To Love Ru was so iconic. Earlier I said defying the laws of physics. To Love Ru has done that. Every time Rito, my boy, Rito falls, he falls in an awkward position. Like I remember a few episodes where he falls on Momo and his hands on his boobs. I remember times when he falls and he falls underneath the girl's panties, all that stuff. In every awkward situation, he's living the dream. Like there are times when he's stuck in the locker room with Haruna. There are times when he accidentally grabbed Darkness boobs or runs or any of the girl. Boy. It is so great to see one of the founding fathers of harem, Rito, becoming part of it. And we do have some ecchi moments there. One of the most iconic ecchi moments, and I still remember the scene to this day, is the popsicle scene with Momo on her knees and she has sucking on that blue popsicle. I think that's one of the most iconic scenes in To Love Ru because it so defines the sucking of the popsicle. Wow. Now again, Rito. Right? And to me, Rito has the most harem in any anime out there. I mean, Issei from High School DxD, not so much. I mean, he got like, I think Issei got like, I'll say about 6 or 7, but no, Rito got the most. Like, if we look back on everything he has gotten, I mean, let's look at it. The childhood friend, 3 devil sisters, 3 MILFs, 3 other MILFs, a ghost girl, the student council president, Ron, Darkness, Nemesis, Mia. You know what I mean? He has more girls than any other girl in a harem anime. I mean, literally. But the thing about Rito that makes it so funny is that he's just a nice guy. He's not doing anything perverted. He's not doing anything perverted. I understand Issei from High School DxD, but the guy is just like when he falls in awkward states in front, like he falls on top or on top of the women or on the bottom. Doesn't matter. He does it. And then every time he sleeps, he's always stroking the tail of Momo or Lala. And it gets so turned on for the devil because that's their weaknesses, their tail. And it's so funny to see how Rito's not perverted. He's just sleeping. But back to what I was saying. To Love Ru has been one of the most iconic harems of all time. If we look back on the history of of To Love Ru. To Love Ru has generated the landscape of the harem animes, like I said. It showed us, it even gave us like a debate about who's best girl in To Love Ru. Now for me, out of the girls in To Love Ru, I gotta say, the 5 girls I like is kind of a stretch, but it's Yui, the student council president, Haruna, Run, Momo, and Mia. But if I had to pick as a whole, who's my favorite girl of the To Love Ru franchise, I'm gonna have to go with Haruna and the student council president. Those are my top 2 favorite girls up there. Like, they're the top 2 of my favorite girls of the series. But aside from that, To Love Ru is a strong, powerful harem anime. It's not just harem it's talking about. It got sci-fi, it got the romance, it got the comedy. What more do you want, and what more can you say? And Rito is on the founding fathers of harem animes. He's up there with, I'll say, it's okay, here, picture this. You got Rito, you got you got Rito, you got Issei from High School DxD, I will say Basara from Shimamanda Testament, and I want to say Minato from Sekirei. That's my founding fathers, but that's how it is. Because they get the girls. And every time I see Rito with the girls, I always get a little jealous of me, like, damn, I wish I was him. And I'm sure some of y'all have wanted to live the dream that Rito, I'm pretty sure y'all want to live the dream that you guys want. Like, if you was in Rito's shoes, I know damn well that you guys want to be with every girl of the To Love Ru franchise. Me personally, I felt the same way. He is one of the luckiest guys of all time. Still to this day. So that's it for now. I'm really happy to do a review of To Love Ru. It's a great popular show. I know it came out in like 2008 and we're in 2020, but this is one of the shows I really recommend you guys watching if you into that To Love Ru and who's best waifu debates of all of it. Yeah. Now this week I'm also going to talk about one of my religionist shows, High School the Dead. So that I'm going to be hype about. But again, watch To Love Ru and thank you for watching this review.